Hey everyone, nerdygymbros here, and today we are talking about our reaction to Nathan Fillion's Uncharted fan film. And I will apologize ahead of time, there might be a little gushing.
Only a little bit.
Only a little bit.
I doubt it's only going to be a little bit.
So I'm going to let you start off, because I'm still trying to bubble down.
I thought it was really well done on like so many different levels of being done well. Just because, I mean, you look at not just like how it was acted out, but every but all the camera angles that were done, the way the characters were played, the facial expressions of Nathan. So weird that they both named the same thing.
It was like he was meant for the role.
Nathan's facial expressions, even Stephen Lang's facial expressions with it, and just the dialogue itself between them. I mean, at the beginning of it, I was definitely won over just by the witty humor.
The very first line when Nathan speaks, he's like, "Fellas," I was like, "Yes!" It was so perfect, and how his face was with everything. I mean, I was. This makes me so happy as someone who the Uncharted series is in my top 3 favorite series of all time. This is perfect. Legitimately perfect. I mean, I always wondered who could play Sully. Stephen Lang, in my opinion, is fucking perfect. It's just, there's so many brilliant things there. I mean, I love the humor of it. It was just perfect. In every way, in my head, how an Uncharted movie should definitely, that to me, if I went to go see an Uncharted movie, that's what I would expect from it. The lightheartedness, the camaraderie between Sully and Drake. I mean, it was all there. I liked Elena's character in it, because to me, Elena was always kind of that, "Hey Drake, you're missing something."
Yeah.
And so, I mean, that to me was perfect. I loved how they name dropped Chloe in there. And you guys need to let me know down in the comments, who do you want to see play Chloe? I'm so happy right now. There's so many. It was perfect in so many different ways, and I really do hope that they take what Nathan did and really use the cast that they had there and make it into a full-fledged movie, because that would be absolutely brilliant.
Definitely with how it was done. I mean, because to me, everything that was done in it,
there's so many nods to everything like the Uncharted fans know and love. I mean,
which is why it's a fan film for starters. Mm-hmm. But even from for you, it was the fellas language that finally.
Because I didn't know it was a real thing at first. It was like a trailer to it. I'm like, trailer, and I press it, and I think they showed him like dragging him when he had the bag over his head, and then they take it off. He's like, "Fellas," and that was the end of the trailer, I think. And that to me, I was like, "Holy shit, that was the fucking dead on perfect." So that made me extremely happy. And then when I found out that it was a real thing and it was a fan film, I watched it. We literally just watched it, which is why I'm all like, "Yeah!" But totally watched it. I think I've watched it 3 times now, and every single time it just fills me just with so much joy and happiness. It truly is absolutely brilliant.
But for me,
what sold it for you?
Even though I enjoyed the fellows, but I liked all the humor and everything that was in there, is very Nathan Drake. And
every line he said was just to perfection, in my opinion.
But
loved it.
What finally got it for me is when he starts going through all the notes and reading out. To me, it was like Uncharted 2 all over.
Right.
Or basically every Uncharted, because he does
it every time.
But to me,
I love the Sully line. Nobody knows what you mean.
But to me, it was a callback, kind of like to the Lazarevich part, where
when he's in the tent area.
Yeah.
He's going through his notes.
Yeah, that to me was that part of the fan film is what really got me with it, because it's very Nathan Drake, how he was reading through the documents, how he was delivering the lines and talking about the history behind all the stuff, and then getting to the point of the oh shit, because he just realized one of the key things, and that led into the next part that I really enjoyed, which is one, his facial expression before he realizes
They
when he
just-
realizes that he has to jump out the window.
And he's just like, I can't believe I have to do this again.
But
At least it's only 2 stories.
but when he landed and got up, the camera movements to like how it would have been if it was.
And I love the commenting too, like when he's like brushing like
Yeah.
the glass and shit off of him.
Which I also thought was really cool with both the original fight scene and then the final one, is just the kind of nods to the actual game of how Nathan Drake fought in hand-to-hand combat, and also just how he went, like he took cover and everything. That was another thing, but I liked the camera movement when it went behind him, like at the end of the cutscene, which is a cool nod rather than doing something really, I guess, obvious.
I would just say more Hollywood than anything else.
Yeah, but instead of doing something like really obvious, where it's like, this is trying to make it look like a video game, where it was really smooth the way they did it. And if you're not a video game player like you, me, and countless other
Obviously
people,
anyone who watches.
yeah, it might just seem like a scene or how the camera thing was going, but for the people that have played not only the Uncharted series but have played countless video games, where they do seamless cutscenes into back into the action, that was a cool thing to
completely
do.
agree.
And then also just his one-liners as he
Working his way through.
but also when he does the jumping strike to the one person.
Yeah, I like the part when he was against the cupboard. He's like holding himself there. All of a sudden he hears Sully's Jeep going. All of a sudden he just like gets that real cocky smirk going, like, "Oh, this is perfect, right on time, Sully."
Basically, with that.
Which leads into the flying punch, which I loved. I forget what his comment was there, but I liked it.
Yeah, we just
I had actually half expected the AK-47 to pop up like an indicator to grab it, but
that would have been something where you're going, okay, that's.
oh yeah, I was just saying because it was a fun game. Loved it how it was. I mean, realistic and everything. It was perfect. I really hope they do something with this. I mean, they have to. I mean, they have to. I'm gonna be very upset. But the cast, absolutely love the cast. I love the basically like there's another part to this. Like, oh, now we're going to the Philippines. So really want to see if they do like a part 2 to it, which may or may not happen. Please do. I'd love to see a part 2.
Either a part 2 as a whole movie or a part 2 as just a fan film. I wouldn't mind
Either way,
either
I mean,
one.
it already has me hooked because I want to know what happens next.
I wouldn't mind it if it actually stayed as a fan film kind of thing, just because one, it would be shorter segments, not in the thing of like, oh, movies are too long, but it'd be in shorter segments, but that allows it to be more controlled in what they're showing in every single thing. And in the way that they're doing it right now, it would give them more control than, if they went to some big Hollywood kind of thing where if they didn't understand, like if they didn't allow whoever, because I don't know all the people, I didn't watch the credits, so I don't know who was all behind everything, whether about the camera crews or the people that were producing it. I don't know every single person behind it, but if those people didn't have the creative ability and creative control over how it was done in Hollywood, did it their own way, I don't know if it would turn out the same way that it does as a fan film. Now, in Greg's I'm hooked, I would love to see more of it, but at the same time, I wouldn't want them
to... It would just have to be the right way.
Yeah, I wouldn't want
people who knew what the... about the video game and knew, like, what the fan film was. They knew what the video game was. They knew how everybody reacts with everyone, because they're obviously Nathan's probably a fan. So you need somebody like that to be more or less, okay, we need to do this shot, instead of just... But either way, I'm totally 100% sold, and I want to see more. I always wondered who could play Drake.
I could never pick one. To me, it's always Nolan North. It was the only one I could ever see doing it. Just because Nolan does it perfectly, because he's the one that, really... I mean, obviously the writers and everything have a huge hand in it, but Nolan's the one that gave the character life by giving him the voice, acting out the scenes and the mocap and everything, or motion.
But I think Nathan Fillion did a great job.
No,
I was saying like how he, like his voice and everything for it. I mean, it was so damn close to Nolan North, so I would love to see him as Drake.
I would too.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's enough gushing for one video. I'm still a little bit bubbly. Make sure you hit with the like button. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to our channel where we're going to have more reaction videos like this one. And we also are talking about video games and other things. And on the side note, we're also covering our fitness journey. So that's all we have to say for now. So stay tuned to the next video. This is Nerdy Gym Bros, signing off.